Hello everyone and welcome back. It's Trevor once again, and today I'm going to be doing an overview of the WealthSimple Trade app. So this has to do with the WealthSimple Trade platform. This is a new Canadian trading platform that offers no commission trading on Canadian stocks and ETFs, while also offering a cheaper option for US stocks and ETFs as well. So starting off, I have the app here on the home screen, and right away we can see that it's a very clean and elegant interface right here. So starting off, since I'm gonna start this off with no stocks, it tells me right there that I don't have any. If I do have, or if you have any, you'll actually be able to see a chart showing your performance over the last little bit, and it'll show you how much you have and how much you've been making over the last little bit, both in the absolute numbers of your money and also in in percentage in relation to how much you had previously. If we go down a little bit, we can see here with our portfolio, we'll be able to see exactly which stocks we have and what their prices are and how well they're doing, if I were to have any. Down a little bit more, we have how much I have able to trade. So this will be how much cash you will have available in your account that you can use right away at any moment to search up, find a stock, and buy it. If we go down a bit lower, we have our watch list, which you can add some stocks to. Currently, I have 3 stocks, just to show you a little bit. As you can see, it'll show the performance over the of today. So, for example, the first one, which is Aurora Cannabis, at $11.68 Canadian, it is up about 6 cents and 0.5% today. If we click up here on the little guy, we can kind of pull up a little sidebar. It'll tell us how much longer the markets are open for. So in this case, they're open for another 4 hours, 13 minutes. Once again, we have our amount of money that we have available to trade and that I can use at any time. I can also add to this by clicking on the plus, and it'll and when you first open this account, you'll connect it to your bank account, and you'll be able to transfer funds into it. Though you will have to wait a couple of days for it to actually complete. So maybe if you trade regularly, it'll probably be a good idea to keep a good amount of cash available at any time. And for the options in the sidebar here, we have our account, which has all your personal information. And the banking information, I won't open it up because that is sensitive information. If we look at history, we're able to see our past transactions that we have done that you've done on this account, and you can also filter it by your buys, your sells, deposits, withdrawals, and dividends. And if we go back, we can look at the settings, and you can choose to have, first of all, there's a security, so a passcode. So when you first open up the app, what you will see is there will be a PIN code that you will have to put in, which is an extra layer of security if you'd like to add that. There's also the ability to have email notifications for deposits, withdrawals, orders, dividends, news announcements, and promos and tips. So if you want to have all these emails like I have chosen to do so, you can. If you want to pick and choose, you can do that too. Or if you just want to have none of them, then you can disable them all as well. There's also the legal stuff, the privacy and the terms of use, if you're interested in that. There's also the help button, which will bring you to their website, so it'll actually take me off the app here, and there's also the option to log out there. So if we go back to the home page, and let's say we want to find a stock, what you're gonna do is you're either gonna press at the top here this blue button that says find stocks, or you can press the orange magnifying glass here up at the right hand corner. And if we press that, what we can see is that we can either search the company name or their stock ticker to find it, though the WealthSimple Trade app also gives us the option to screen the top the most active, the top gainers, and the top losers of the day, if we're interested in seeing those. So let's say we want to see who's been doing really well today. We can see that, for example, I believe that's Target is up almost 9.5% today. Whereas if we were to look at some losers, for example, Qualcomm down there at losing 11.3%. So if you're interested, so if you wanted to find a particular stock that was doing really well or really not so well on any particular day, or that was really being traded quite heavily, you could do that. But for this, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna search up Aurora Cannabis that I already had on my watch list, or ACB, and I'm just gonna choose it right there. And then what happens when you search up a stock and you find it, you'll pull up a page similar to this, and what you'll see right away is you'll see the stock price, you'll see how it's performing today. At the top right hand corner, you'll have the little icon that you can choose to put it in your watch list. Yeah, so there you go. I just took it off and put it back in just to give you a little demonstration. Right below the stock price and the today's performance, we'll have a very simple chart. So you won't be able to put any technical indicators of any kind. You'll just be able to see the stock price of today. And you'll be able to see, well, and not just of today, but also you have the ability to change and see the stock price for the past week, the past month, past 3 months, past year, and the past 5 years. Below those, we have some basic stats that you'll be able to see. So you can look through. You can see, for example, what the stock opened at today, what it closed at, if this is if the market is closed at the time, the current trading volume, and the 52-week high, the 52-week low. You can see which exchange it's being traded on, and if it has a dividend, you can see its yield and also its price to earning ratio, though it is not being displayed for Aurora Cannabis. Also to note, the data is delayed by 15 minutes, so that's very important to keep in mind. So maybe if you're able to find data that is more up to date, for example, on a site like Yahoo Finance, you will make sure that if you are an active trader, you aren't getting in or getting out at a particularly wrong time because your data is delayed by, in this case, 15 minutes. We also see below that we can see the previous activity. So in this case, I have bought and sold Aurora Cannabis before. So it'll show that, and right below at the bottom, we will be able to see a little description of the company if you're interested. And let's say I would like to buy, so I'll just click the buy button all the way at the bottom here. This will bring me up to this screen. So I can choose either to do a market buy or a limit buy. I would encourage you, if you don't know, just to look those two up and to decide, though it does give you a description right there to, if you want, it does give you a description itself to help you out. So right now, let's assume that I would like to buy 35 shares. So it'll give me the estimated cost at the current market price, considering that this is a market buy, which would be $406.70 for an average price of $11.62. And let's say, oh, I want to use all my money, so then I can go back and I can say, instead of 35, I want to use 40, a bit more. So at 42, I get about the estimated cost would be 488 at a price of 11.63. So let's say I say continue, then I'll bring me to this confirm purchase page. So I can just say confirm the order. There will be a slight delay, and ta-da, the order is sent. So you will have to wait a few minutes just for the order to be filled, and ta-da, there we go, already up $2.73 or 0.5%. And that is it today for the WealthSimple trade. So for the overview, I should say, of the app, one more thing, just to keep in mind that the app right now is limited to cash accounts, so you won't be able to do any RSP or TFSA accounts. It is limited to US and Canadian exchanges, so the TSX, the NASDAQ, and the New York Stock Exchange. And so you'll be able to trade stocks and ETFs on those. And for Canadian stocks and ETFs, there are no commissions. There are also no commissions on US stocks and ETFs. However, you will have to pay an added 1.5% on the exchange rate, which is how WealthSimple is able to make their money off this app. So in conclusion, what this app offers is a really simple and easy way to trade very easily. You just need your phone. Currently, there is no web platform. However, WealthSimple has said that they may be doing so in the future, but as of right now, it is a very good way for an entry-level person. If they want to just dabble a little bit in stock investing, they can very easily do so. The app is available on Android and iOS, so pretty much anyone is able to do it if they want, as long as you're Canadian, of course. And that'll be all for today. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little overview / review of the WealthSimple Trade app.